Loopy history.
Let's do it.
Because Loopy, even before Twitter was a thing, even before you had your YouTube, you were going viral. So can you tell people, if they just don't know who you are from the Bronx, exactly who Loopy Blogger is?
Well, the Loopy Blogger is just a Puerto Rican and Dominican male that grew up in the Bronx, Gun Hill Road, around a lot of Trinidadians, Jamaicans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans. Mm-hmm. So,
So that's who I am.
That's who I am.
Okay, and you also, by the way, right now are you have your own show.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Es Lo Que Es.
Yes, ma'am.
It is what it
All
is.
baseball talk.
All baseball talk, and this is on Cameron's network.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's
Come
dope.
and Talk to Me network.
Mm-hmm, the Come and Talk to Me. So how did that even happen?
I got clean. I got clean. I got my life together, and to be honest, right, a lot of people will always, like, when I was going through my struggles with my future, battling with myself, people would say, damn, you're not supposed to be going through what you're going through. You're supposed to be on top. You're supposed to be on top. The problem was, mentally, I wasn't right. Mm-hmm. So what I did was, I made a decision with my wife and my 2 kids to move to Florida, not go to rehab, just get my mind right by myself in the house and just build a routine, start doing small things like walk the dog, pick up after myself, pick up after the kids, and just be someone who can help in the situation and not always needs help. And little by little, my life started changing. The way I started talking changing. The way I started visioning the world started changing. And I got a call from Cameron one day, and the rest was history. We shot the pilot, and Cam loved it. The supporters loved it. The viewers loved it, and
he can't help but hit the table while he's
Yeah, you got to stop. Can I have a question? No, you're
Yes,
fine.
ma'am.
If I have a question, so I'm not super familiar with you, but once I heard that you were going to be on the show, I saw how amazing, how dope, and how viral you've always been. But you have battled drugs. You had an addiction problem. How did you get over it? And well, first of all, how did you know it was a problem? And then how did you get over it? Because this has been like a lifelong kind of journey, right?
Yeah. Well, like a good 10, 12 years. Yeah, lifelong. To be honest, man, I didn't know I had a problem. Because to me, I wasn't sniffing coke, I wasn't smoking crack, I wasn't shooting heroin.
You doing pills, perks.
Yeah, so to me, I made it seem in my head like the doctor gave me these pills.
Right.
He can't be setting me up.
Why did the doctor give you those?
Because I was hit by a drunk driver. I was in a coma for
That's
a month
why you
and a
had
half.
that.
Yeah, I got I got 2 metal legs.
So it started from an injury,
Yeah.
which is pretty common.
Yeah,
Right. Now,
you
people
started
get
taking
addicted from the injury.
Yeah, and smartphones wasn't as viral as they were when this happened. There was still flip phones out and StarText. So right now, when you get medicine, the first thing you do is Google what's in here. What do I got to be worried about? Back in the days, you couldn't do that with a flip phone. So I was just like,
So you had you got addicted to the painkillers from the accident. Okay.
Right.
Yes.
And people have a lot of things to say, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
People make up all kinds of things about what happened, because there's like all kinds of threads. What happened to Loopy Blogger?
Absolutely. A lot of people said I was washed. I was done. It was over.
Wow.
But
And that's not a good feeling when people are really like laughing in
That's
your
hurtful.
corner, supportive, but then all of a sudden it shows you how the world is, right? Things take
everybody
a left turn.
hit a U-turn.
Right.
Yeah.
Once I linked up with Cam, once I started being more clean with myself, once I started being more honest and really backing, because even when I was getting high, I would try to mask it and say, oh, I've been clean for 4 weeks, and I was always lying.
Right.
So nobody could trust me, you know?
And now it's been 2 years.
Now it's been 2 years.
Since you've been
Wow.
clean.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Off
that's
the
huge.
Percocets, off the Percocets and Xanax. And it got to the point that I was taking Percocets that were not real, and they were fentanyl. So I could have
People
died
have
any
died
time.
from fentanyl. That's how
Yeah.
Michael
Yeah,
William.
that's-
Yeah.
right.
I could have died any moment off that.
Do you have any advice you can give people that are going through what you went through?
Absolutely. At the end of the day, trust your family. Trust your family, trust your loved ones, and listen to them. Because one thing I never really, like I was saying earlier, I didn't know I had a problem until my wife, like 7 years later, finally noticed what was going on, and she started crying to me, and my kids were crying, and that's when it hit me.
It's like an
But
intervention.
I still didn't want to get better. I'm having seizures because I'm withdrawing off Xanax. I'm hitting my head. I'm I'm getting black eyes. I'm losing teeth. Wow. Like, my life was crazy. I looked like a full-blown junkie. I weighed 110 pounds. And then I finally had enough strength to move to Florida, get the house. We go over there. I withdrew in the house. I built a routine, and little by little, I started gaining weight. And one thing about me, I lost all my confidence. I didn't have no confidence.
Wow, that'll do it though.
Yeah.
I can't imagine having confidence. We're going to talk more about this, Loopy, because you're going to be joining us tomorrow and Friday as well. But we do thank you so much for being so honest about your journey, and we're supporting you too here. We're happy to be here with you.
I appreciate y'all, man. God bless y'all,
and your
man.
new venture.
And I'm happy to be here, man. Thank you for the opportunity.
And it is also a Wealth Wednesday, so we do have that when we come back. Ellen Sukalitsky from Masterworks is going to be here to help you learn how to invest in art. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.